Hello and welcome to The Exchange, brought to you by the New York Stock Exchange. We're live in Hollywood, Florida at Inside ETFs. Now, as a reminder, today's interview is for informational purposes only. The NYC does not recommend investments or investment strategies. I'm joined right now by Trevor Terrell. He is with Innovator ETFs. Trevor, thank you for joining.
Thanks for having me.
So tell me, you're here at the conference, tons of advisors, tons of conversations. What are you hearing?
The one thing that's been consistent is uncertainty, to be honest with you. Outside of that, it's been across the board. As you can imagine, with what the market's been doing, finally some heightened volatility, the federal intervention in terms of market policy, nobody knows where to go, both on the equity and the fixed income side. Uncertainty is the only thing that's been consistent that I'm hearing around here, which is frankly for us in our lineup, we've had great conversations, given the predictability and nature of the defined outcome ETFs.
Yeah, talk a little bit about that, right? So defined outcome, people hear that phrase, they hear buffer. Tell us what it all means.
Sure, and in simplest form, it gives you market exposure. So let's just take SPY, the S&P 500 ETF. You can invest in that with guardrails. And what we do is you can choose your protection level in terms of a buffer, anywhere from 9, 15, or 30%, and access the S&P up to a cap. That's really the trade-off, but you have built-in risk management in one ETF. So at the core of what we do, that's it. It's buffered ETFs. And so when, like I said, there's uncertainty across the market, and you can't really miss, you don't want to miss up days either. We've seen the research on how important it is to stay invested in the market. These are a great way to do so and help you not have to make your money twice.
So when you look at the markets right now, there are opportunities?
Absolutely. And we have some great products listed on NYSE actually with our international developed lineup. You're hearing a lot of calls for maybe, we go look over to Europe, we look over to Eurasia, in terms of opportunities to invest as opposed to here domestically. But not a lot of people know exactly, there's not as much coverage internationally, right, as there is here in the States. So, if you're going to put dollars over there, how are you going to do so and how confident are you in making that allocation shift? So we think, IAPR is, our April International Developed ETF. And what you're getting basically is you're getting about a 15% upside opportunity. So if the market is up 15, you'll be up for 15. But it also has a 15% buffer on there. So if you're wrong, you're protected. So if the market's down 15, you're flat. So it's a great way, like I said, to put guardrails around your market exposure, especially in maybe an area that you're not as familiar with or necessarily confident.
So for someone who's listening in, they want to learn more about how these all work. Where do they go?
Right. Go to innovatoretfs.com. It's the easiest way. We have a whole team of sales consultants and really pride ourselves on the educational material that we put out to help advisors and their clients.
Perfect. Easy to remember. And as a reminder, if you caught this episode live, you're looking for additional ETF thought leadership content, you can find it all on our website, etfcentral.com, brought to you by none other than the New York Stock Exchange, the home of ETFs.